We're starting off the second series of readings this evening with Aimee Nezhukumatathil. She has a poem called Table Manners, where she describes the difference between her cousins, her northern and southern cousins, and the table manners. Some of them are very careful to eat very delicately with their fingertips, and others she describes as reaching into the food wrist deep and savoring the food. And she secretly envies the latter and wishes she could join them, but she doesn't. And she says something about these southern relatives: they never wish you happiness because they expect it to be something you grab on your own and relish for yourself. And I think on some level, while she may not have joined them during that actual meal, she joins them in virtually every poem she writes, which are filled with the relishing of the physical details of life. And not just the physical details of the world, but the physicality of words. Words that are mouthfuls. Scientific language, elaborate vocabulary, lush words, and she matches this with keen attention to the sensuality of the world. Aimee Nezhukumatathil.
Good evening.
Hi.
I was so happy that today was high school day, and in honor of that, high school for me was a somewhat, awkward, difficult time, but one of the things that helped me get through it is that I was actually the mascot of my high school, the football mascot. And so it's a little known fact, I'm sharing it now with all of you. My high school was Beaver Creek High School in suburban Dayton. So you can imagine what the mascot was, right? But I paved the way for generations of many women after me. I was the first Beaver Creek High School Bucky Beaver mascot. They never let a woman do it before me, so I'm quite proud of that. This is called The Mascot of Beaver Creek High Breaks Her Silence. There are some suits more difficult to remove. Spades, armor, tweed in the summer. Those nights you thought I was home, dateless, studying for chemistry, memorizing the dates of epic battles. I was working myself into a lather of sweat for a field of angry young men. Sometimes they were so close, I could feel their hot breath in the space between my head and furry neck. Even the captain of the cheerleaders never went that far. Every hand that once reached for me still haunts me at the most unexpected times, as I place vegetables on the grocery belt or walking the glow wall walkway at the Detroit airport. Something still pulls me to the ground, and it's not the crowd, it's not the scent of cola or popcorn, it's not the tinge of engine grease or a truck revving at homecoming. If you slice a jacaranda bloom between two glass slides and place it on a microscope, the corolla will always fight for the light. If you once posed for any pictures with me and still have them scattered somewhere in your attic, look carefully through the dark netting of my mouth. If you squint hard, you can see my actual teeth clenched into a small scream. I was like that every night. It was high school, after all. I was always cheering for something. Still am. Something is always worth cheering for. There is always some cheer worth something. Cheer for some worth, always.